Pampered Chef here. We are making broccoli cheddar soup tonight, so I want to show you a really easy recipe. So we're going to use our cooking blender for this. Okay, so we're going to pour in our broth first. Okay, and then we're going to put in salt. I learned recently we're using coarse salt, or kosher salt, excuse me. And kosher salt, you can never oversalt something. It just isn't capable with kosher salt. Your coarser salt is what you put on after your recipe when it's ready to serve. So don't stress if you use kosher salt. This is a great salt to cook with. So we're going to go ahead and add this in. Now we're going to add in our broccoli. Now I'm using frozen broccoli. I'm a texture person. Frozen broccoli, frozen vegetables tend to be, they squeak when you chew them, okay? So I'm not a big fan. However, when you cook them in something like the soup, you can't tell. So this is a great thing to do with our broccoli. Now, the recipe calls for 6 cups, and this is a big bag. So one of the things that we're going to do before we really start this process is we're going to actually pulse this. Oops. And cook it and chop it down a little bit, okay? And then I'm just going to add in the rest of... Well, it's a good time here. Oh my goodness. And here comes the dogs, and they're going to be like, what is this? This is not beef. This is not bacon. Oh my Lanta. Okay, so yeah, this is what happened. Look, they're all upset. Okay, so we're going to add in a couple of other things, guys. Instead of an onion, I'm going to add in a leek. Now, here's something to know. I've already cut up the leek into chunks, but you really want to wash it because it can get sandy. So you just put it in some water and dunk it a little bit, and then rinse, pour out that water. It's really important to do that, okay? So we're going to add those leeks, and we're going to add in some garlic, okay? Well, they're eating it, and they're discovering. So we're going to add in garlic right here. So what we do is we take our garlic peeler. Now, the recipe only calls for 2 cloves, but we don't like that negativity, so I'm doing 4. So we're going to add that right into our recipe. I'm stepping on broccoli. I got to clean up here. Now, we're going to go ahead and turn on this, oh my goodness, to our soup setting, okay, right here. And then we're going to push this, and it's going to start the process of cooking. Now, what it does is it grinds, and then the temperature, it's only 41 degrees right now, so it's going to take some while. You won't see the finished product until I post a picture of it later. So let's go over here. I'm going to show you something that I'm doing. Because this recipe completely purees the broccoli, I like some chunks, okay? So what I'm doing is in the quick cooker, I actually have my fresh broccoli. And it's actually in the steam function, and you only have to steam it for 2 minutes. It's actually going to take longer to come to pressure than it does to actually cook it, okay? So then what I'll do is I'll just chop it up and add that into the soup so it has some texture. I really like the texture. Now these are our butter, they're called Butter Swim Biscuits, and it's from allrecipes.com, and you put a stick of butter and then you put your batter in, and then you're supposed to cut it before you cook it, bake it, but I didn't do that, so we'll just cook it, or cut it when I get ready to serve it. But that is how this works. Again, is once it's to the point of cooking, I will do a little video when we get to that point and put it in the comments. But then I will add in my cheddar, okay? So this does take about 20 or so minutes, but the cool thing is, guys, is I can walk away and let it do its thing and not even have to worry about it. So I had a little mess to clean up, so y'all have fun tonight. I'll talk to you later.